My sister stole my fiancé 3 days before our wedding, so I gave her the wedding gift she'd never forget. I should have seen it coming. Maya had always been the golden child. Prettier, smarter, more charming. Growing up, she borrowed my clothes, my friends, and eventually my boyfriends. When I was 16, she convinced my crush Tommy to take her to prom instead of me. When I was 22, she moved in with my college boyfriend while I was studying abroad. Each time, my parents defended her. Maya doesn't mean to hurt you, Mom would say. She just has this magnetic personality. But I thought Jake was different. We'd been together for 4 years, engaged for 8 months. He loved how I made him laugh during his worst kitchen disasters, how I supported his dreams of opening a restaurant with my savings account, how I believed in him when his own family called him a failure. Jake had seen Maya manipulate men before. He'd rolled his eyes at her wedding dress shopping commentary. Claire so practical, but wouldn't something more form-fitting be better? He'd laughed when she'd accidentally spilled wine on my engagement photos, claiming the lighting made me look washed out. The rehearsal dinner was perfect. Jake squeezed my hand under the table while my father gave his speech about finding your person, about how proud he was to welcome Jake into our family. Maya sat across from us, radiant in her sapphire bridesmaid dress, toasting our happiness with champagne and that smile I'd trusted my whole life. She even teared up during my maid of honor speech about sisterly love, about how we'd supported each other through everything. To Claire and Jake, she'd said, raising her glass, may you always choose each other first. 2 nights later, I couldn't sleep. Wedding nerves, I thought. Our big day was in 18 hours. I'd already laid out my dress, confirmed the final head count with the caterer, and double-checked that the rings were safely tucked in Jake's best man's pocket. I decided to surprise Jake with coffee at his apartment. Our last morning as an unmarried couple, my key turned in his lock like it had hundreds of times before. I found them in his bed. My sister, my fiancé, the white silk lingerie I'd bought for our honeymoon tangled around her ankles. The engagement ring I'd watched him save for gleaming on the nightstand next to empty champagne glasses. Maya saw me first. Instead of shame or surprise, I saw triumph in her eyes. She'd been waiting for this moment. I was going to tell you, she said, not bothering to cover herself. Jake realized he chose the wrong sister. Jake stammered apologies about it just happening, about being confused, about still loving me somehow. But Maya cut him off with a laugh that chilled my blood. Stop pretending you're sorry. We've been planning this for months. Tell her about the hotel room in Vegas. Tell her about Christmas when you said my name in your sleep. Months. While I'd been ordering flowers and scheduling cake tastings, sending save the dates and choosing centerpieces, they'd been planning my humiliation. The late nights Jake claimed he was working at the restaurant. The times Maya canceled our sisterly shopping trips because she had a date. The way they'd both been so helpful with wedding planning, insisting on handling the photographer and videographer themselves. I walked out without a word. They were still calling my name as I drove away, Jake's voice breaking as he begged me to listen, Maya's sharp and demanding as she told him to let me go. For the next 6 hours, I sat in my car at the beach where Jake had proposed, staring at my engagement ring. I should have been crying, calling my parents, canceling vendors. Instead, I felt something cold and calculating settle in my chest. Maya had taken everything from me since we were children, and each time I'd forgiven her. But this time was different. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.